Is it 160 that we're recording?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
Which is crazy. Every time I see that it's like creeping closer to 200, I'm like, that's crazy.
That's wild. What should we do for the big 200?
I know. Something awesome.
Talk about how skinny we are because we're at 200.
It's the skinny episode.
Ooh, we're skinny now. Actually, wait. It's 160 today.
Invited, so call me back. Okay, love you. Bye.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to Emotionally Online, the weekly summer party for heart-to-hearts and hot gossip, hosted by yours truly, the one and only Maddie Drosbeck, back again in this corner with the Brat Stop hat on. Coming in at over 200 pounds. It's Meg Ruoko.
That's how I'm introducing myself forever from now on. Just body slamming people.
It's incredible.
It's awesome.
How
Listen,
are we doing, Meg?
Fuck, man.
We've had a week.
This week has been hard.
Yeah, no. This is going to be a silly episode.
Yeah.
We're here to giggle today.
Let's giggle and laugh.
Come on, guys. Let's have a good time.
Let's get back to the real lover girls bullshit,
right?
This was... Yeah, we ended up in a corner of the internet that neither of us have ever wanted to be a part of.
No.
Went there against our will.
Completely. Some incels bought us tickets on the I Hate the Internet Express.
Well,
first class tickets.
And here's the thing. We made the grave error of being three things.
Yes, we did.
1, being women.
Tough.
2, being fat.
Really tough.
3, telling joke.
You cannot be fat woman who also joke.
1 or nothing.
You cannot be those things.
Do not be fat woman who tell joke.
You definitely can't be all three.
No. People hated it.
You know what? Go ahead.
Go ahead. Come on now.
Hate me. I'm to the cross.
I'm still here.
Where Mark Cuban put me.
I'm still on Mark Cuban's cross.
Still on Mark Cuban's cross. The arrows are hitting me and I'm poof, poof, poof. And then we come back for episode 160. Yeah.
The skinny episode. The skinny episode. We're 160. We're finally 160. Everyone's been clamoring for us to be 160. We finally are.
Yeah.
Woo! Oh my
god.
No, it literally was like that meme where it's like like the soldier like taking bullets and there's like a child in front of him who's totally safe. That's how I felt like taking the bullets and I'm like protecting all the lover girls who actually care and enjoy about the podcast.
Everyone get behind me. Get behind me. So we needed to relax a little bit.
Yeah, we need to just get a little silly, a little goofy with it.
Get a little goofy.
And then after this, we're serious podcast only.
Yeah, we don't tell jokes anymore.
We tell no joke.
Trust that anything you hear on this podcast, 100% serious.
It is scientifically backed,
fact checked
by
independent and non-independent fact checkers.
We're bringing in freelance. We're contracting people. They're coming in. They're saying, yeah, this all checks out.
This is the news.
And you should treat it as such.
Yeah.
And you should treat us as such.
Because fat women don't tell jokes.
And we never have.
Famously.
And we never will.
Nope. Don't Google the word hyperbole.
We're not hyperbolic.
Don't even learn the definition of that word. You don't need it.
You don't need it.
For this show, not applicable.
Not needed. We don't need it. We're listen, we're straight shooters.
Yeah, come on. What you see is what you get. We here to deliver the truth.
We're just telling. Listen, it's whole truth, nothing but the truth from us. Okay, and it's morose. It's trust. Yep. It's morose. It's serious. It's it's intense.
Yep.
It's never goofy.
No, never.
Okay, let's keep going.
Okay. So in the midst of us needing to decompress from the internet, we did make our way to Bathhouse.
We did. My first time going.
beautiful little place.
Love it.
They've got a rooftop pool. It's pretty awesome.
I will say it did feel a little bit like kind of walking into like a Silicon Valley episode. Everything is so like, it's so kind of like neo, like spa, but for young people and whatever. And I was like, okay,
It's very like a social spa.
Totally a social
it's not
spa.
like listening to relaxing music and everyone's quiet kind of vibes.
That said, there are still some rules and decorum elements here that I think we should discuss.
Absolutely. Even if you're at a social spa, you're still at a spa where people are going to relax.
Yes.
There's ways that are acceptable to act and ways that are unacceptable to act. We were in the rooftop pool for the entire time we were at Bathhouse.
Yeah.
Just enjoying the outdoors.
It was awesome.
It was incredible.
It was beautiful. Skyline right in front of you. It was breezy out. It was like a little overcast. It was a really nice night.
Now, there was a couple. There's always a couple at the center point of these things I'm noticing. Because this would be crazy if single people were doing this. Single people would never do this.
Imagine if we were doing it, like as a group.
Me and you doing exactly what these people did.
Jordan and August
They'd be like,
doing it over there.
What is happening? Like, I just think that couples get away with way too much.
Yes.
People are like, okay, well, they're a couple. It makes sense they're doing that. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. We've lost the plot.
If we were doing this, you guys would be like so perturbed by it. Like, I just can't deal with it. Okay. So picture this. You're in a spa pool. There's a couple present. Okay. Not a threat in an immediate sense, but looming. They start what appears to be like teaching each other how to swim.
They start teaching each other how to swim.
But it doesn't really look like that. Like, it's kind of confusing the way they're doing it.
They're kind of, what it seems like is that they're teaching each other how to swim, but neither of them know how to swim. So one is teaching the other, but the one who's teaching doesn't really know what's going on.
Right.
And then they'll swap, but then the other one also doesn't really know what's
Yes.
going on.
Rule number 1, I don't feel that you are allowed to kick or splash in a spa pool.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's allowed. Point blank, do that in the YMCA pool.
Yeah.
Do it when you're in a lap pool. In a spa, you should not be head down kicking fucking anything.
Yeah, I want to paint like a really clear picture for you guys. Like, it was us in the pool. There were like other groups and other couples and stuff. And then this couple, it was quite literally like what you would see at like a public pool during the summer, where one of them was like kind of holding the other one afloat while they were horizontal, like head down, and like kicking and swimming. And she was like guiding him along while he was kicking and swimming.
But they were also in a really weird position where it's like, imagine the person that's swimming is like face down. And so arms are in front of them, legs are behind them, but their partner is like in between their legs. So they're like
Yes.
crotch to crotch.
Right.
While all of this is happening.
So it also feels like weirdly sexual
Right,
as
it's
well.
like, okay, maybe you're teaching them to swim, but I don't know why your swim teacher is crotch to crotch with you.
I
at
will
the
say
spa
this,
pool.
as someone who took swim lessons when I was younger, my swim teacher was never crotch to crotch with me.
crotch to crotch. with
We
me.
were never see
That
to
is
see.
crazy.
Yeah.
But then it's like, not only were they doing a bad job of teaching, but they were also doing a bad job of guiding, because
Yes.
there were multiple near accidents where they're swimming straight towards us. This
Yes.
is not a big pool, by the way.
No.
So it's like they're also like kicking straight towards us, and we're like, oh no.
Yeah, we're like watching because we're like,
What's happening here?
can we say something? Like, this is kind of crazy. And also, when they were kicking like hard. It was like
Yeah.
the thunk, thunk,
Right.
thunk of like when feet go
Yeah.
hard in the water, like splashing.
Also, like, not to be a diva about it, but I don't get my hair wet because it's purple.
right.
And it costs a lot of money to make it look like this.
Yeah.
And if I get my hair wet with chlorinated water, guess what? It's all going to come out.
Yeah.
So I get really annoyed when I get splashed because I'm like actively trying not to get my hair wet.
Yeah.
So forgive me for thinking the spa pool was a safe place from a fucking grown-ass 30-something-year-old couple doing swim lessons.
It was so. I'm also like, if you have enough money to like go to Bathhouse and like
Right.
do that, even if it's a day pass, certainly you have enough money to pay for swim lessons.
Go to a lap pool.
Go to a lap pool.
This is not that kind of pool.
why are you here?
Right.
Why are you here?
There's a bar at this pool.
And
People are drinking mimosas and margaritas.
Right. And then what was so crazy too was that they left at some point, or like they got tired, I don't know, from kicking around. And then another couple came in, and then that couple was doing another thing too, where the guy was like cradling his girlfriend seemingly in his arms and like floating her around like she was a little baby.
It's a little weird. Here's the thing. I'm fine with a lot of PDA.
Totally.
My like threshold for PDA is probably pretty high in comparison to most people.
Mm-hmm.
These people were going well over the line of what's acceptable.
I don't even know if I would count it as PDA.
It's like it's weird shit.
Yeah.
Like I felt like I was watching something that I really shouldn't be.
Yes.
Like just go make out in the corner of the pool like a normal person.
Right. Like, what is this? What is this like strange foreplay, but also it's not? You're also seemingly like getting someone acclimated to the water. I'm like,
they were doing hold your breath contest.
yes.
That was stressing me out.
Yes.
I was like, they're like, okay, 1, 2, 3. Going underwater. I was like, this is crazy.
And here's the thing, even if it had been like, again, like just like a rooftop pool,
Yeah.
a rooftop pool, I would have maybe been more okay with it. But the fact that it was a rooftop pool at a spa.
Yeah. It was the layering of the crime.
Yeah.
They needed to pick one crime.
They needed to pick one
They
crime.
did like a bunch of really weird things back to back. Like they weren't just like everyone else in this pool is sitting like with a margarita in hand,
Yes.
chatting.
Yep.
And they're like, okay, triple backflip. Hold your nose. And they're going crotch to crotch while they're swimming. I'm like,
Yes.
you guys are doing really weird things.
Really strange behavior.
Pick one.
Pick one. And also it's like a Friday night at like 9 p.m. What are we doing? Like, what's
I can't
going
emphasize
on?
enough. Like everyone here is just trying to decompress from the workday.
Yes.
And we've got fucking Tweedledee and Tweedledum half fucking during swim lessons in the pool.
It was a sight to behold, dude.
I've never seen adults act like that.
I've never seen anything like it. I genuinely have never seen anything like it. It made me wonder if they thought they were in a different place
Right.
than they were.
Dude, I'm so down to play in the pool.
Yeah.
This is not that pool.
This is not the time and place.
That is not the one.
that's not the pool you're playing
No.
in. Is the bathhouse spa pool.
For sure, no. There was also a man in the pool while all this is happening that looked fucking exactly like Ethan Slater.
He didn't. And you have to stop saying that.
He looked just like him. I literally glanced over and I was like, guys.
I thought that you had seen like an X or something. And I was like, Maddie was like, oh my God. And she starts like freaking out. I'm like, what? Like, what is something wrong? What's going on? She was like, that's Ethan Slater.
I'm like, look at that guy.
And I was like, no, it's not.
It really looked like him.
It wasn't him.
POV.
It looked like him, kind of.
Imagine you're witnessing a couple crotch to crotch and Ethan Slater's also there. Like, that was the experience I was having. That's why I was freaking out about it. I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is like the time I ran into the bonus Jonas at the pool.
Yeah, you see a lot of celebs
At the pools
at
in
the
New
pool.
York.
Yeah.
That's where you need to go.
Okay.
That guy that was trying to celeb spot just by seeing a limo, where he needed to go
Yeah,
was at the pool.
he had to go to the pool.
If only he knew.
Get to the pool, brother.
But now our relaxation is over.
Yeah, our
We're
relaxation
done with
is done.
bathhouse, and now we have to go back to the reality.
Yes.
And the reality of the situation is that we need to have a lover girl lockdown.
This is a lockdown.
Everyone sit down.
Everybody inside now.
The walls of the bunker are closing in. The metal, everything's in. I'm like, everyone, get back to your rooms. Wait silently in your room for an announcement from Maddie and Meg.
Lover girls. Attention, lover girls.
Everyone remain calm and wait for the following announcement. Okay, we need to lock this shit down for a second.
We need to lock in. Well, we need to do also a little review.
Totally.
Numbers are up.
No, guys, numbers are up.
Numbers are up.
Lover Girls Worldwide, is having an expansion.
It's expanding, and we are thrilled about that.
Awesome. Happy to have you here.
We are so thrilled that you're here. We couldn't be more ecstatic that you're here hanging out with us.
And we need to get on the same page about some things.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because sometimes we have infiltrators.
Yes.
We have strange little weasels that get their way in the walls and start scratching away. And how do we handle them?
Those ne'er-do-wells.
We need to come to a group consensus about what to do about the incels in the walls.
We have to. Because with the expansion of Lover Girls worldwide, that means that there are more eyes on us.
Totally.
And sometimes people are really mad about that.
Oh, sometimes they're very mad about
Some people
that.
lay their eyes on us and they get mad.
They're like, why?
Why am I seeing it?
Why them? Why them and not me? Why give fat woman Mike and not me?
It's like, brother,
Me not buy one.
You can go get one. Go get a mic.
BNHphoto.com.
Yeah.
Check that out. This is a Sennheiser MD46.
Yeah.
Okay? There you go.
There you go. So that's kind of the equipment we use. You let us know if that works for you as well. Yeah, we got to come to a consensus on what we do when those infiltrators scratch through the walls and get into our nasty little comment section.
Now, I think my favorite way to handle these people at this point is to just go full troll.
Yeah.
I think group consensus, full troll. Don't even bother trying to reason with these people or make them understand that how they're behaving is insane.
No.
You just gotta fucking troll the shit out of them.
I think you have to just be crazy or bad.
I think that's the only way. I was talking to Jordan about this yesterday, and she had an incredible idea that I loved. She was like, you know, when you are in Photoshop and you click the text button, it like automatically fills it in by being like lorem ipsum, that whole thing. She's like, I think you just got to start copy pasting that shit back. I'm like, that is awesome.
Because that's effectively like what their comments sound like to me.
Totally. I'm like, lorem ipsum.
Lorem ipsum.
I'm going to lorem ipsum your ass.
You just got lorem ipsum.
I thought that was so good. But
That's
my
really
immediate
good.
response was like, I'm good. But this is only funny to me. I don't think this would be funny to them or even anyone else. But I was like, I'm going to start responding to these comments like, frustrated and exhausted middle-aged mother. Like, you're driving me to the drink. Just like everything that my mom used to say when she was pissed at us when we were kids is what I'm going to start saying to these people.
I really also love...
To your room.
Hey, 1, 2... I also just love it's intense, but it really makes me laugh every time. That tweet that Cardi B tweeted one time where someone was like critiquing her about something and she just said, "Sorry, should I kill myself?" I'm like, fuck, that's just funny every time. It's really funny. I also do love a brother, why are you even here?
Right. Hey, who invited this guy?
Who is this guy? Anybody know this guy?
Security.
So, guys, guards, seize him. That's another good one.
Yeah.
Guards.
No, I was laughing for so long. We had somebody comment on one of our Pumpcast Instagram posts a while ago. They were mad that it was a rewatch podcast, I guess. They're like, you're only 10 years late. We were like, yeah, no, but we know.
That one still confuses me.
Hey, so this is a rewatch podcast. And they were just like fucking pissed about it for some
They
reason.
were really mad that we started a rewatch
So
podcast.
funny. But to all of our pumpers, you'll understand this. If you're not, I'll explain it to you afterwards. Meg responded to them and they kept going back and forth. I don't even remember what the hell they said.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that sounded like a fucking church bell outside. I was
thought
like,
it was a
where were we
trumpet.
teleported?
I thought it was a trumpet.
So this person's going back and forth in the comments, just pissed that we exist and have microphones.
Yeah.
And I responded and just said, all right, so boof. And it was the perfect response.
It was
Number
awesome.
one, because if you don't listen to the show, you literally have no idea what we're talking about. But if you do listen to the show, it's like, actually, we've created something so perfect in response to these people.
Yeah.
Because we say, all right, so boof on the show as like a way to teleport ourselves into the next scene. So in between every scene, when there's a cut, we'll be like, all right, so boof. End of the conversation.
Yeah.
You need to teleport out of there.
Yep.
All right, so boof.
I mean, and I'm fairly certain she stopped responding after you said that.
It's like, you confuse the fuck out of them. They're
She was
like, I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
All right, so boof.
All right, so boof.
And we're gone. And you can't even find us anymore.
And we're out of
we
there.
We are somewhere else entirely.
We're not here anymore. You might still be here. We're
You
not
missed
here.
us. We're gone.
We took that train out of Dodge a while ago. God, yeah. Okay, so I think that there are a lot of approaches as the lover girls community out crazy them, posting nonsense back to them.
Completely. Trolling is encouraged in lover girls worldwide.
Trolling very encouraged, because I think I would say that the majority of people who are like lover girls, if they're commenting, it's like, it's sweet, it's lovely, I want to hear it, I want to know what you guys are saying. We are totally aligned. And then if it ends up in another part of the internet, the lover girls get drowned out by the haters.
So we just have to fight back.
Yeah.
And make it a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah.
Lorem ipsum.
Okay, you can now exit your rooms.
Everyone, exit your rooms.
Everyone exit your rooms.
You're safe now. The walls are coming back up. Team meeting adjourned. Okay, you can leave the bunker.
You are now free to leave the bunker.
I was also thinking yesterday, I was talking to Jordan about, we were talking about Jax Taylor and just like the cameo of it all and how we could like effectively contact this man and ask him for anything.
Yes.
Which is both scary and exhilarating.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about how like I'm kind of into fatphobia as a novelty experience. And I think that I'm okay with people being fatphobic to me under very specific circumstances. For example, if I bought a cameo from Jax Taylor and told him to roast me and he just called me fat for 5 minutes, I would think that was fucking awesome. Like every part of me would love that. Or like if I could resurrect Joan Rivers and get her to be fatphobic to me, I'd be like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like I think that fatphobia should only be a novelty experience and everything else, take it to the trash.
Totally.
This random guy with like 150 followers and a fish in his profile, like this just isn't unique enough.
It's not a novelty experience. No. I would like for it to feel kind of camp in some way.
Right, exactly.
And when it's just some random white dude who like
not hitting.
Has, like he has his like little puffer vest on and some like photo of him with a girlfriend, which, oh my God, I wonder what
really
she would
tough.
think if she knew what he was saying. When he's telling us that we're fat bitches and we should kill ourselves, I'm like, it's lacking
hitting.
It's lacking pizzazz. It's lacking a wow,
Yeah.
It's lacking that pop.
I've only heard this every single day since I was 12.
Right.
Come up with something new.
Right. It's like we've done it.
We've got to move along.
Yeah, let's keep it pushing. Say something else.
Novelty fatphobic experiences only.
Love a novelty fatphobic experience. God, if Joan Rivers was fatphobic to me, that would be so fucking
I would
funny.
love it.
Yeah, that would be really fun.
There's several people that I would allow it from.
Yeah.
That I would even prefer that they're fatphobic to me.
Yeah. Like, just say it. Come on.
Just do it.
You're mean to everybody
just
else.
Rip it.
Do it.
Do it. Hit the low-hanging fruit with me completely.
Come on.
I know that you can't go. Jax Taylor, he can't go for that high fruit. He can't even reach it.
No.
Take the low one.
Yep. It's there. It's all
Just
waiting
take
for
it.
you.
And I kind of do. I kind of want to pay him on Cameo to be like, roast me.
Your descent into Cameo.
I know. I fucking love Cameo now. I'm like, no, dude, it's awesome.
It's
that
becoming an issue.
I can give someone $100 and they'll do fucking anything.
The way that you talk about Cameo is like how I feel about my straight guy friends talking about like FanDuel. Where I'm like, okay, I think it's okay, but like I'm a little nervous about how much money you're spending on this.
It could be awesome.
You're like, I can just parlay it and then I can make a bunch of money back. And I'm like, okay. As long as you're feeling good, girl.
I love just like the world is your oyster on Cameo.
Yeah, that's true. The world is
like,
your oyster.
What compares to the chill that gets sent up your spine when you see that this random niche reality TV celebrity that you've asked to give you a special message has delivered the special message.
Well, and this is, I think, the fundamental difference between you and me, which ties into another thing I wanted to talk about, which is that I think you sometimes enjoy content that will make you feel uncomfortable or like disturbed. And that is something that I actively tend to avoid.
That's so funny.
Not really the uncomfortable, like if I can feel discomfort, like watching
Sure.
something, whatever. But like for example, like I cannot watch horror movies at all. And like to me, Jax Taylor cameo of him roasting me is the equivalent of like watching a horror movie.
I understand
think,
that.
you know?
Yeah.
So, but again, go off, sister.
Go on, sister. No, I was literally talking to my grandma about this the other day because I've been really trying to get her into Housewives. Like, I've been trying to get so many people into Housewives. I'm trying to get Love Girls into Housewives.
Absolutely.
Everyone that will listen to me, I'm like, Housewives.
You
like,
gotta listen
I'm
to this.
preaching the Bravo gospel. And my grandma was like, but it's just like they're all yelling at each other at the dinner table. I'm like, well, yes.
Exactly.
Well, that is the pitch, actually. But that was like
Exactly.
the thing that was deterring her, where she's like, why would you want to listen to people yelling at each other at the dinner table? I'm like, why would you not want to listen to people yelling at each other at the dinner table?
Yeah. To me, it feels, I do think that kind of like the Bravo verse feels truly like modern Shakespeare.
Yeah.
It is content for the masses that ultimately gets at like the heart of humanity,
Yep.
but with people who feel completely removed from that humanity. They are so delusional, much like a Shakespearean
Yeah.
character.
Totally.
You know, like they're like, my life is perfect and I'm the most perfect person in the world, but like they're insane.
Yeah.
And and everyone around them is insane.
It's perfect.
That is, to me, that's like going to the Globe. And watching
Yeah.
theater in the round
I
is like
totally
watching Vanderpump.
Well, I feel like too much of reality TV, like the Love is Blinds of it all, they cast normal people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, straight up, I do not want to see normal people on my television.
Yeah.
And this is why for so long, and nobody even respond to me about this because I can't even talk to you about it. But for so long, I've always been like, I'm not watching Love Island US because it's just too close to home. And I don't like the casting choices they make on Love Island US. Love Island UK, I love because it's like, number one, that's not my dating pool.
Yeah.
I don't know these people. The like social rules that they have over there, it's different.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm watching something that I'm not a part of. I feel the same way witnessing like the extreme wealth of the Housewives.
Yes.
Where it's like there's a removal there.
Yep.
It's not like I feel like, oh, these are people like I could know. It needs to be like way more insane, way wealthier, like it just needs to be like exaggerated in some way. And I feel like so much reality TV doesn't do that.
Yeah.
And that's why it's bad.
Yeah.
And that's why people don't think they like reality TV.
Yep.
But you've just got to find the right reality TV.
You just got to find the exaggerated reality
Yes.
TV because that is so fun to watch. And I think there's something specifically too about the Housewives and again, kind of like the Bravo verse that like the women on those shows create magic. And
Totally.
I think it being so like women centric makes it as good as it is.
Yeah.
Because the way that they fight is just so much more interesting. Like I think like a man and a woman fighting on reality TV, I'm like, yeah, dime a dozen.
Totally.
Seen it 1,000 times. The women on these shows find new and interesting ways to fight every time.
It's
and
incredible.
it's awesome. Every time I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even think that someone could get mad in that way
Yeah.
and like react in that, have that response to that. But like you did it. You found a new way to do
It's
that.
so good.
And it's sick. It's awesome. It's so cool.
And honestly, if you are trying to get into Housewives and you've ignored my requests for you to watch Salt Lake City, watch Real Housewives of Rhode Island. It's season 1 is airing right now. It's a brand new franchise. It's so fucking good.
Okay, amazing.
So it's like it's only 10 episodes have aired so far.
Okay.
It's a very reasonable amount of episodes.
Yeah, maybe
You're
I'll
looking
get
for
into
a way in. This could be the way.
Could be
'cause it's
major.
Damn good. These ladies are crazy, and I love them.
I love you, crazy girls.
Always seeking out content to bring me stress and just constantly keep me on my toes, really.
And I am so the opposite of that. I'm like so again like I feel genuinely, here's what it is. It used to not bother me. Now I feel like I'm genuinely missing out on like a renaissance that's happening specifically in like horror.
Yeah.
In horror movies. I am missing out on it because I'm afraid. Like
Yeah.
I didn't watch. Of course I didn't. I read the Wikipedia plot summary of Obsession and I have been afraid in my apartment
Yeah.
since I've read the plot summary.
Yeah.
Just reading the plot summary, I was like,
awesome.
ooh. I was
I love horror. Like
Yeah.
it's honestly probably my favorite genre.
Really?
It's the one I get the most into.
Yeah.
And I just talked about this in a vlog on YouTube that's not even live at the time we're filming this, but it's funny because I was talking about this literally 3 days ago. But I used to hate horror. I used to, like, if my friends were watching horror movies at a sleepover in like high school, I would straight up get up and leave because I was so scared.
Yeah.
And not to like totally switch the vibe of this conversation.
Oh.
I'm fine now, everybody.
Right.
Nobody needs to worry about me. This is going to be kind of an intense vibe switch.
Okay.
But I feel like I started being more interested in horror. And again, bear with me because when I say this, it's going to sound insane. But I started getting more interested in horror after being present at the Boston bombings. And I think I was 16 years old, right at the finish line when it happened. So I feel like living through that afterwards, dealing with the like PTSD that came from that moment, watching horror movies became a way to harness fear and feel like I had control over it.
So
And
interesting.
be like, I'm watching horror movies. I'm opting into being scared.
Yeah.
And I have full control over this feeling. And it was something that actually ended up really helping me find peace in like the fear that I felt. Loud noises. When I moved to New York, I had a lot of issues with like hearing construction noises. Any like loud bangs would really stress me out. It took me a long time to not react like that.
Yeah.
And there was some part of watching horror movies and like exposing myself to fear and becoming comfortable with it that was helpful to me at the time.
Yeah.
And I became just like so enthralled with the like creative makeup, special effects stuff that they do on these movies, because it's just like so cool what people are able to create.
Yes.
And so it was like one part that it was helping me confront fear in a more direct way, and another part it became just like I'm so impressed with the artists that work on horror.
Yes.
And now I just like will always have a special place for horror in my heart, but it wasn't always that way.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a very unique circumstance that led me to where I am.
It's so interesting though that it has been this like healing experience for you. And that's the thing about horror is that like I so appreciate and respect the genre and like the art form of like a good horror film. And I think like again, the like renaissance that we've seen in making horror movies, I am envious of people who can watch it and feel that. Yeah. You know, because it's like the thing that I walk away with is like I'm so terrified and someone's in my house.
Right. That's so interesting. I literally feel like I like get it all out and I leave it at the movie. Where it's like,
I feel like I take it on and then I leave with it.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like it all stays in the theater.
Whoa. I wish that I had that experience because again, it's like I think there are so many like rich themes that are explored through horror and that like I love also when films are exaggerative in how they explore different themes and like artful in that way. I love it. And it's like, I just get so afraid.
Sometimes I don't like if I'm laying in bed watching a horror movie by myself, I probably won't like that. Because it's like in my house.
Right.
And I'm in a vulnerable position.
Yeah.
If I'm watching a horror movie at home, it has to be like in the middle of the day.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. I literally tried watching Sinners in the middle of the day by myself. And then the first scary thing that happened, I was like, I can't do this.
Really?
Yeah.
Even Sinners.
I had to turn it off.
Sinners isn't even a movie that I would necessarily categorize as horror.
I know. I genuinely am such a scaredy cat. It's crazy. There was a moment where I felt a flicker of fear watching The Sheep Detectives the other day. Like, I think that people genuinely think that I'm like making it up when I say I'm such a scaredy cat. But when I tell you that there was straight up, it was foggy in a scene of Sheep Detectives and there were some creepy sheep around.
Happen?
And there was a moment where I was like, those sheep are kind of freaking me out.
That is so funny. Oh my God.
Like, I don't know. Again, I don't know what it is. I don't know why I have such an aversion to it. But I like, again, it just, I I want to be able to like conquer the fear. I just don't really know how. And I don't even necessarily mean in the sense of like I need to be able to watch what's that really scary movie that starts with a C?
Conjuring.
I never need to be someone who's like,
Yeah.
I gotta watch The Conjuring. You know?
I love The Conjuring.
I'm sure you do. Again, read the plot summary, literally was terrified about the plot summary for, I want to say, a full month. I just want to be able to like watch Sinners by myself and not
Sure.
be afraid.
Yeah.
I would love if that was the
Yeah.
case. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe and the thing is, it's interesting because like I can watch like Interview with the Vampire, the show.
Okay. I've never seen that.
Really good. You would love it. It's on AMC Plus. I don't know why,
Random
but
as hell.
it's so random, but it's like phenomenal. It's actually crazy that it's not talked about more.
Probably because it's on AMC.
Because it's on AMC Plus. But it's like some of the best acting, like some of the best stories. It's
Yeah.
so good. I can watch that just fine. But something about like Sinners and the way that it
Is it gore?
gore. I also really just don't like a spiritual demonic thing.
Okay.
I don't like that because I don't want to bring that energy into my
Yeah,
home.
no, I understand. And that stuff sometimes freaks me out.
Yeah,
too.
I think I'm a little more fine with like I was against my will forced to watch Scream a couple of weeks ago,
So good.
which I had never seen before. And I've had a hat, so I was just kind of like looking down for a lot of it during the scary parts. Really fun movie.
Yeah.
The parts that I watched, really fun.
Yeah.
Um,
That's like a different kind of horror.
yeah,
movie.
like that to me. And I don't know, like I watched Train to Busan. Loved Train to Busan. That was like a phenomenal. That's like a zombie movie, which usually I don't really like. But for whatever reason, Train to Busan, I was like fully invested in. So I don't know. Maybe I have to start kind of like marking down what it is that really freaks
Yeah.
me out.
How do you feel about like, they're like scarier movies, but they're not horror, like the Lovely Bones kind of movies?
I've never seen Lovely Bones, like thrillers kind
Yeah.
of that like will kind of tilt into horror.
Because like Lovely Bones, really stressful movie.
Really? Okay.
I remember my sister, I don't know why my parents did this, but when Lovely Bones came out, my mom had read the book, so she was like really excited to watch it.
Yeah.
So one night as a family, we all rented Lovely Bones and watched it together.
Oh my God.
When did Lovely Bones come out? Like 2009 maybe?
I want to say like 2006. Like
Let's check this. The Lovely Bones. Yeah, my mom went to the fucking Red Box. Rented
enough.
that DVD.
It was long enough ago that Redbox was still a fucking
It
thing.
was 2009.
Yeah.
So I was 12, which would have made my sister 8.
Right.
So Morgan is 8 years old watching The Lovely Bones.
Oh my God.
And Morgan was traumatized.
Of course.
She literally for years was like, I am so fucking scared. I cannot believe that my parents, like, I think they actually did psychological damage to Morgan. They were like, go ahead, watch Lovely Bones. There was
Right.
no movie roles in my house. We watched Step Brothers as a family right when it came out.
Sure.
Like it was probably around, that was even younger. That was
Yeah.
fucking like 2008.
Your parents said, we want to watch it, so you're going to watch it too.
Everybody's watching Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
I did. My mom did take me to see Anchorman when it came out.
Awesome.
And that, like, Kate was my older sister was going with like her friends, and my mom was taking them, and then she like took me too, because I think it was PG-13, and I had like watched School of Rock, which was also, I believe, PG-13 or something. And so my mom was like, all right, like I'll bring her. And then she was like, yeah, I did not. That was not.
Didn't think this through.
That was maybe
yeah, no,
not.
all those Will Ferrell movies went triple platinum in
Oh,
my
yeah.
house as a kid.
Oh yeah.
I don't even remember which one. It might even be semi-pro where they call each other jive turkeys.
Sure.
That's been my family group chat name for the last decade plus. The jive turkeys.
Yeah, we were a big like Step Brothers. Step Brothers. Our big thing was Wedding Crashers.
We loved Wedding
We
Crashers
loved
too.
Wedding Crashers, and that was a big one for me because I think I like just saw boobs on screen for the first time, and I was like, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's sick.
I'd like to see that again.
Let's rewind.
Can we just 1 second?
Could we
Can-
just?
leave me with the DVD? I'm gonna take good care of this.
I'm just
one.
gonna be chill over here for a little bit.
I'm just gonna put this in my laptop later. I don't know where it went. I guess it's lost.
Where'd it go? Huh? DVD like like shaped outline in my pants.
That's so weird.
That's weird.
I guess you're gonna have to pay the fee to the video rental store.
I guess it's lost to Redbox forever.
I think we returned that one already.
Oh my
I
God.
do miss a Redbox machine though.
I do too. I do miss the kind of like tactile experience of like going to pick out a movie.
The novelty experience.
Yes.
Of getting to just like go to a movie vending machine.
Yeah. I like and like Blockbuster, I really miss being able to like go and pick it out too, and like having everything kind of in front of me at once and being able to like look at things and be like, let me take my time on like what I'm feeling tonight. I feel like I have to find things so quickly now. I don't know why. I've actually been thinking about this a lot recently, is like feeling like I need to rush through things for whatever reason and trying to take my time more when I can.
Yeah.
But yeah, specifically with movies, I feel like I need to like rush to pick something so that I can like hurry up and enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like the experience of choosing which movie to watch has really died.
Yeah.
'Cause now when I'm like going to watch a movie, I'm scrolling through my Letterboxd watch list, filtering it to see which is on streaming and being like, okay, these are my options for the night, and scrolling through, which is like, it works.
Yeah.
But I would love the experience of like walking into a movie store and actually talking to a person and getting their recommendations of like, oh, this one's really great. And like showing me, and I'm reading the synopsis and looking at them like
when you go to a bookstore.
Right. It's like the same, and it's like similar to the experience of doing it on your phone, but it's like so much more rich to just like be in the world doing that versus I'm on my phone scrolling through the plot synopsis of all these things.
Yes, I completely agree. It's like, the art of picking out a movie.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing too, is like when you would pick out a movie and you would have to do that by like going to a store to pick it out, it felt like watching a movie at home was still like an experience. Yeah. It feels less like an experience now because of the scrolling. Like all of that is kind of taken away.
I know. It was so awesome. Like when I was a kid, it was every Friday night we would go out to dinner at this Italian restaurant that was right next to a movie store, and we would go rent a movie on the way home. Yeah. And I looked forward to that every Friday as a kid.
It's so fun. It's
and like
so
what
fun.
Compares to that?
Yeah.
We're going to go get some pizzas and then we're going to go rent a movie to watch at home.
And like it's that movie. Like you can't click out of that movie to go find another movie, because
this is
that
the one we've committed to.
Yes. I like that. I want them to bring that back.
I know.
It also just makes sense, right? It's like there's so much like it's physical media. We should be able to go to a store and rent it. I guess you could theoretically like replicate it with like a library, renting something from the library.
But then nobody has DVD players and shit at home
This
anymore.
is the thing, is like nobody has a DVD player anymore.
For me, I have replicated this by becoming a movie theater person.
Yes.
Where it's like I just go in person to the movies.
Yes.
Usually at least once a week.
Yep.
And that is my specialty experience.
Yep.
But
and that is, I'm like actively trying to do that more, because I do find that experience really enjoyable. And I think it's the most active way for me to like consume film. Yeah. You know? But
what can you do?
What can you do?
I almost wish that there was like movie theaters for TV shows and other things. Like I wish there was like a theater that's like all day we're gonna play Pretty Little Liars front to back.
Yeah.
Season 1 all the way to the end over the course of this month. Here are the show times.
Or like if they were showing like The Sopranos or something on in a theater, I would absolutely go see The Sopranos in the theater. Like,
I feel like there needs to be more like novelty watch experiences outside of the home.
Yes, that brings people together in community.
This is what this podcast is becoming.
Yeah,
it's a business idea.
We are generating.
We are in here absolutely cooking.
We're in the think tank.
Mark Cuban fucking hates us. He hates that we're giving this shit away for free.
He was the one who commented all those comments.
It's Mark Cuban.
It's Mark Cuban. It's Mark Cuban and his army of bots, because he hates the way our minds work.
Come on.
He's jealous. And he always has been.
God, it would just be so fun to get to consume other kinds of media than just movies in like novelty settings.
And they've started doing that with like, I mean, this has like been a thing for a while, but I've just been seeing a trend of it more and more of like listening studios. Like listening cafes where it's like you go specifically to like listen to whatever records they're playing or whatever. I'm like, that's really
that is
cool. That I want that, but I want that for other pieces of media as well.
Totally.
Like, because that's awesome. It's bringing people together to consume some like art, and like you're sitting there, you're having a coffee, and it's like communal. It feels like parlor-esque, right? Where it's like people in the olden days would like all gather and like talk about ideas and politics and whatever.
Right.
And someone's playing piano over here. It's like, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I'm sad that we've lost that.
Yeah.
And like the easy access to that.
Know.
We can bring it back.
We can bring it back.
We can bring it back.
Mark Cuban.
Heed our words.
This has made me think. There was someone that submitted in the box this week about being a consumer / creator of art. I wanted to bring this to the Lover Girls. They said, this is a dumb question because I'm high, but I'm curious. Never a dumb question.
Never apologize for being high.
Yeah, never. Smoking is allowed here.
Smoking is allowed and encouraged.
I view myself as a consumer of art more than an artist. I am creative, kind of, and enjoy writing, but I don't have the drive or self-esteem to really get good / improve or make a career out of it. So I'm pursuing some more practical careers. As I get older, I feel like I'm shrinking more and more into a box society wants me to be in. It's usually supposed to be the opposite. It's killing my creativity. What traits about you do you think make you able to be an artist and to be so vulnerable and confident on the internet? Do you think a consumer versus an artist is different in their character traits / lifestyle? Any more thoughts on this topic? Is this even a topic, or am I just saying shit? You are not just saying shit.
You're saying some really profound
You're
shit right
spitting
now.
right
Yeah, you're
now,
spitting
actually.
bars. Yeah.
Here's my thing. I think everyone is creative and everything is creative. I don't think that being creative as a career is the thing that makes you a creative. Like I think I've been creative since literally the day I was born. It wasn't just when I started to pay my bills through being creative that it became like, oh, now it's a recognizable part of who I am. I think from as long as I had a recognizable personality, anybody who knew me would say probably, if they had to describe me in 3 words, creative was always going to be one of the 3. That said, I do think that there are people, though everyone is creative, there are some people that approach the world in more of like an analytical way versus a creative way.
Sure.
And I think that like viewing creativity as more like the lens through which you see the world and engage with it versus like a product that you produce, I think is helpful. Because yeah, there are absolutely people, though we all have the ability to be creative, there are a lot of people that don't really engage with the world or with themselves in that way. I think to be a creative person, you do have to be like deeply curious and vulnerable. And if you choose not to be those things, then you probably don't choose to live creatively. You could, but you probably don't.
Yeah.
And also I think to be creative as a career also means to be in like constant dialogue with your creativity and to be like looking at it in the face and accepting the ways that you are changing and growing and whatever. And a lot of people don't want to do that either.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think it's more about people's relationship to their creative selves, not whether or not you either are or aren't a creative person.
Yeah.
I think everyone's creative. It just is a matter of how you're nourishing that relationship and if you even want to nourish that relationship.
Yeah. I think that's a great point about like looking at your life through a creative lens.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like, and I could be wrong, but it sounds like this submitter is thinking about creativity as very like product based.
Yeah.
Like, what are you producing?
Right.
And I think that you're exactly right. I don't think it is about what you do or do not produce. I think it's about, like how you kind of navigate the world with like curiosity and intentionality and navigate your own life.
Yeah.
You know, like I think that is something that the creative people that I really admire and respect are constantly interrogating those parts of themselves and parts of themselves that other people might not label as being related to their creativity, right? It's like, I think that part of making things and part of being creative is in so many ways about being an active participant in your own life.
Yeah.
I think what I mean by that is like being present and being aware and choosing to like be introspective and reflect on who you are and where you're coming from and who you're becoming, because that does inform the creativity. They had a really good point about or they brought up an interesting topic about like, you know, what traits do you have that you bring to the table in order to like be vulnerable and be creative online? I think it's traits that everybody has.
Yeah.
I think that it is like humanity, and that's something that everybody has.
Yeah.
You know?
I also like sometimes when people ask questions like this, and I think this is just because I am someone who I do feel like my creative self has been encouraged to be nourished since I was a child. I think that like my parents always encouraged me to be creative and to lean into that side of myself. So I think that I've just grown into someone that it feels truly second nature.
Yeah.
Where I think sometimes people are like, how are you doing this? In my head, I'm like, I didn't have any choice but to do this.
Right.
Like, this is who I am. This is how I was always going to approach it. There's no other way for me to do it. This is just how I live. This is who I am at my core. It's not like I woke up and I made a conscious choice. This is just me.
Yeah. And I'll say this too. It's like, I also respect that like a lot of people like don't have that type of upbringing, you know? So it's like you get to then your adulthood and you have, you know, the time or the resources to be able to pursue this thing that maybe you didn't have the chance to pursue when you were younger. And you're like, okay, how do I do that? And how do I integrate it into my day? You know, the submitter said that they feel like they're being pigeonholed into like pigeonholed into like societal expectations, and that that shouldn't be the case, that they should feel more free as they get older. I think that that's a really common feeling.
Yeah.
I think it's a really common feeling to get older and in your 20s or 30s or 40s feel like your options are narrowing down and that you are like running out of kind of avenues to take or paths to take. I think that that is completely normal and very understandable. I mean, I think I feel that way even as someone who is actively pursuing like things pertaining to my creativity. I think where I feel that like my traits come in or whatever is that, you know, yes, it was the environment that I was raised in. I was constantly encouraged to read. I was constantly encouraged to write. I was constantly encouraged to, you know, even just like being like a funny kid. People were encouraging of that and gave me praise for it. That said, you know, I'm at a point in my life where like it's me. I have to be the person who continues to like drive that for me. And creativity, it's a tricky subject because I consider myself to be a creative person. I don't always consider myself to be productive in that creativity. And I think that that's something that I struggle with and will continue to struggle with.
Yeah.
And I think that that's what many creative people struggle with, is like these moments of like, oh, I feel like I'm making a bunch of cool shit and I feel like I'm so tapped in and like locked into this flow state of who I am and how I'm like meeting the world in this creativity. And then there are moments where I'm like, I might be the dumbest person alive.
Yeah.
You know, like there are moments where I'm like, have I ever said anything of value ever?
Totally.
And will I ever again? Like, I think about that anytime. It's so stupid, but it's like I think about that anytime I make like a TikTok or Instagram reel that does well, and then I'll go like 2 months with having like nothing to say, and I'm like, got nothing in the old chamber there. And it's like that has happened since I've started making videos. There has never been a moment where I have been out of that phase magically, and all of a sudden I'm like, I'm tapped into my creativity, and I always will be from now on, you know. So I think, you know, it seems like what this person might be struggling with is like how to maybe find that motivation. And I would argue that it's maybe not actually about being motivated. I think it's about being compassionate towards yourself and constantly meeting yourself in the world with curiosity. I think that's what fuels creativity rather than you know, if you're making something of value, quote unquote.
Completely.
You know, and it doesn't have to be your job or your career, and you don't have to make money from it. You know, this is something that we have chosen to do because it felt like the right thing to do for us. That doesn't mean that you have to like produce stuff or make things and sell them and have them have monetary value in order for them to be worthy.
Totally.
You can just make things.
Right.
Sometimes I argue that is inherently a kind of more pure way of doing it, you know, because it's like you're making stuff purely for the sake of making it.
Yeah.
And I think that that's what like is at the core of being human, is like creating things because you are moved to the point of creativity.
Yeah.
I think that's really beautiful, and that should be pursued. And the way that that's pursued, again, isn't by beating yourself up for, you know, not making stuff, but by meeting that world with compassion and intention.
Totally. I also think that in general, the world is not necessarily built for creative people.
Totally.
I think that a lot of people, despite the fact that everyone is creative by default, most people don't choose to really explore and indulge, because I do think to be a creative person is an incredibly vulnerable thing.
Yeah.
And to like live creatively is incredibly vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. And in a lot of ways privileged.
Yeah.
Like people aren't necessarily the way that that systems are set up, like you said, do not encourage creativity because they are not creative pursuits are often not easily optimized.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like I said this on the Patreon episode last week where I'm like, I talk so much on the internet that I don't know where I say certain things. So I'm like, did I say this on the podcast?
Right.
Did I say it on
It's impossible
Patreon?
to know.
Did I say it to a friend? I don't fucking know at this point. So excuse me if I'm repeating myself here, but I was thinking about this even in connection to like the idea of moving on and what other people, or like what the generalized accepted idea of what moving on is supposed to look like, and how I don't really resonate with it, and think that like a lot of people's perception of what moving on is supposed to look like is pretty analytical.
Yeah.
And more like, okay, you're on and then it's off.
Right.
You have feelings for someone and then you turn the light switch off and you move on, and you never think about it again. You never feel it again. It's like you just don't care anymore. And that's not how I've ever felt or experienced my emotions.
Yeah.
And to me, that is like a more like analytical versus creative brain type of thing, where it's like, yes, as a analytical person, you might be like, yes, feelings on, feelings off. But if you're a creative person, there's no way that you are just like feelings on, feelings off.
Right.
It's like, I feel like I'm in a constant state of feeling everything I've ever felt ever. There's nothing that ever goes away. It's just like a matter of like how intensified the feeling becomes or not, but it's never gone.
Yeah.
It's like it's always inside of me. It's always a reference point that I'm able to access.
Yeah.
And I think I've talked to you about this recently, but I think I felt this way in sharing my poetry sometimes, in seeing like, or just in general, I've talked a lot about feeling like I'm too much and like seeing people react to me like I'm too much. And as I get older, the more I'm like, I think that is like zoomed out. That is somebody that is not in touch with their creative self judging me as someone who is very in touch with my creative self.
Yeah.
I think that like to be a creative person, of course you have big feelings and big emotions because you have access to everything you've ever felt.
Yeah.
I think that like when I write poetry, I can write a poem about a feeling I felt a decade ago.
Yeah.
And it will feel present in the way that I wrote it because I still have access to that feeling. And I think that a lot of people who aren't creative don't understand that at all.
Yeah.
And they will read a poem I've written and they'll be like, oh, so she's still in love with him. She's
Yeah.
obsessed with him.
Yeah.
Or they're assuming that that's what they think they're reading is it's a love poem of some kind. They're like, oh, she's in love. She's obsessed. And I'm like, well, that's not really how I would put it. But if that's how you see it, okay.
Yeah. If that's your interpretation.
It's like the spectrum of emotion seems to be boiled down to like very easily understood categories. This is what this is. This is what this is. It's on, it's off. It's this, it's that. It's not like this more in between. I don't know. I picture like almost like an audio wave where it's like it's going up and down and back and forth, and I pictured yourself like in a DJ booth being able to like just up the levels and go back and forth. That's how I feel about like every feeling I've ever felt and like how my brain is able to just turn it up or turn it down in terms of like accessing it.
Yeah.
And that to me is like what it means to live creatively.
Yeah.
It's the curiosity, the vulnerability, and the ability to like, I don't know, just sort of accept yourself and accept that there are going to be a lot of big emotions present and you don't have to get rid of any of them.
Yeah.
And you also don't have to approach your life in such like analytical ways. You can just be.
Yeah.
You are creative right now. You don't have to like check off a box in order to make that happen.
Yeah.
But
I
so
agree.
much of the world is so analytical and black and white that it's, I don't know. I feel like I'm constantly having to explain myself.
Yeah.
But I think it's just because people's brains do not work like this, unless you're also a creative person.
And I think that people, for whatever reason, also view creative pursuits as like lesser than a lot of the times, as like pursuing, I don't know, something in business or finance or
Yeah.
something. It's kind of like harder, you know, more strict industries, you know. I mean harder like more
Totally.
firm, not like
Yeah.
they're more difficult to pursue, but like I think that people really underestimate the work that goes in to knowing yourself
Yeah.
and to actively choosing to know yourself over and over and over again, and also letting go of the shame or judgment that you meet yourself with as you
Right.
continue to know yourself.
It's hard that because people want to see like very visible markers of things.
Yeah.
And I feel like emotional work and so much of creative work is emotional. You can't like show that to someone.
Right.
You can't be like, look at what I've done. And it's like all of the emotional work and processing you had to do in order to create something.
Yes.
Like there's no way to show that to people. It's just something that you do.
You do, and it is hard, and people don't, and you're right, people don't see it.
Yeah.
You know, but that doesn't mean that it's not worth doing. And I think you're exactly right in terms of like being able to access emotions from so long ago. I constantly think of you know, the idea that it's like as you get older, the years behind you don't disappear, they accrue.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like every age that I have ever been still lives inside me.
Right.
And all those versions of myself, all those feelings that I had still live inside me. And even if I don't feel them now in this present moment, I'm still able to like meet my 23-year-old self or
Right.
my 13-year-old self or
Completely.
my 6-year-old self and be like, I know that this is what I was feeling at that time. And I'm able to kind of pull that up into the present and create something because of that, or
Yeah.
create some sort of even just dialogue with myself because of it. And I think that that has been really helpful in as I've gotten older, not only with my own creative pursuits, but I think just like empathy for the world and for people. You know what I mean? Like I think being able to like, even if for example, we talked a little bit about this the last time I was on, but like you know, people who are like really struggling with like a relationship or something like that. They keep going back to the same person over and over again. And it's like, I know that me right now, I would not have that response.
Yeah.
However, the me at 22 can really understand that emotional response
Totally.
to that person's situation. And I can have empathy for it because I've been there and I've had that experience. And so I think that is, that you are like, creativity exists inside you purely because you are a creative person by act of living. You are creating, you are constantly creating things. It's a matter of like deciding where that kind of best fits in your life.
Yeah.
Whether that be, and again, and like you said, it's like these systems are not set up for us to be creative people.
Yeah.
Especially if like this person is writing from like the US in like Western capitalist culture, like we are expected to produce and make and meet a quota, and like that is what we are supposed to do. It's really fucking hard to like get off of your 9 to 5 job and then sit down and be like, and now I'm gonna write a poem.
Right.
That's hard.
Right. It is hard. Completely.
So it's like, I think that ultimately, I think if you're struggling with like, how do I access this creativity? First of all, like give yourself a break. Like give yourself some compassion and some grace, because this shit is difficult. And to like tap into your humanity in an increasingly inhumane world is so difficult, and also really important.
Yeah.
Really important to sustain, I think, what makes being alive worth it.
Yeah.
And
like so much of nurturing your creative self is just nurturing your emotional self. There's no separation between the two.
Right.
And like, yeah, everyone is inherently creative. And I also don't feel like, I think sometimes people feel like they have to earn the title of calling themselves an artist. And people will be like, oh, I make ceramics for fun, or sometimes I make jewelry, but I'm just, it's like a side thing for me.
Right.
I wish that more people felt comfortable calling themselves an artist and being like, no, this is me. This is like an identity of mine.
Yeah.
It's like viewing creativity through the analytical terms. It's my side hustle. It's my side thing that I do, versus like, this is a part of me. I am an artist. It doesn't matter how often I have time to do it or not do it.
Right.
It is still part of me. You don't have anything to prove. And I think having to prove yourself at all as a creative is not a creative thing to do. You know what I mean? Like that's like that's the analytical, that's the capitalist, that's the other side of things, versus like living truly as a creative person. It's deeply emotional, deeply personal, ever changing, and does not look one specific way.
Yeah.
If you ever feel like you have to put yourself in any kind of box, that's not your creative brain speaking to you.
Yeah. I think it's also what feels really what people kind of bristle against when we talk about AI art, right? It's AI art is utterly emotionless.
Yeah.
And it is never emotional because the thing that made it has no emotion. And I think that that's what people tend to kind of, like their shoulders go up to their ears about it, because, at least mine do, because art to me, like you said, is emotion. Creativity is emotion. So to remove emotion from something being made, to me, it's better if it isn't ever made at all.
100%.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell that is, it's not art.
Literally whatever the hell that is. I don't know what that is.
That's something insane. That's just like robots talking to each other.
That is none of my business.
I don't know what goes on over there, and I don't need to know. And I do not need to fucking know.
And I don't need to know.
That's like the capitalist's idea of what creativity is. Yeah. And it's just like, well, that's wrong.
The capitalist mind cannot comprehend an artistic soul.
Right. You simply have no idea what's going on.
You have no idea what's going on. And here's the thing too. I want to get back to this point as well, as like this the concept of like kind of running out of time. You know what I mean? Like this idea of these choices are narrowing down, and like I feel like I'm now like losing this side of myself. Life is long, man.
Yeah.
You have plenty of time.
Totally.
Don't feel like you need to rush figuring yourself out or being alive.
Completely. Life changes so goddamn quickly. Like when I think about
Yes.
COVID being only 6 years ago feels insane sometimes.
Yes.
Because when I think about how truly different of a person I am now than I was 6 years ago, it's unfathomable. Me 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like it's life changes, you change.
Yep.
Nobody worry.
Nobody worry.
Nothing is ever the end of anything.
Don't freak out. You're totally
Everything's
fine.
going to be different a year from now.
Literally everything will be different. I was just talking to Maddie the other day about how drastically the rhythm of my life has changed in the past 3 months by nature of the fact of I got a new job and now we're doing like Vanderpump and we're doing Emotionally Online, and all of a sudden my life has changed in a way that I have really wanted it to for a really long time, and it's still an adjustment, you know. So it's like this aspect of, whoa, all of a sudden things are like feeling completely different than they did again 72 days ago.
Yeah.
That is wild. And I'm almost 30, you know, and I feel and so much of my 20s was me kind of like grinding away to get to like the point that I'm at now, which is just the beginning of like another phase of my life.
Right.
You know, so it's like I feel like I've completed something, but I also am still going. And I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's a crazy feeling to have when you are, I think, especially in your 20s and in your 30s and in your, I think it happens all the time at every age, but it's like this feeling of like, I'm constantly striving for something and I feel like I'm running out of time. And then it's like you're racing to something and then realize that you have like literally decades left.
Totally. No, I've been feeling really excited recently by just like the idea of having new dreams.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
I think that like for so long my dreams have looked one way, and I feel like I achieved a lot of the things I wanted to achieve, and there were a couple of years where I was like, what are my like big dreams?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Like what now?
And now I feel like all of a sudden it's like I've entered some next chapter of my life where all of a sudden the world expanded and it was like new dreams. Here they are. Here are the new things that you're excited about, that you're passionate about, that you want, that you like see for yourself. And it's been so exciting. But there was that period of time in the middle where I was like, is this it?
Yeah.
Is this all there is? Like there's it's like that's a is it all there is? And I'm like, what else do I want? Like what do I I was 27 years old and I'm like, surely there's more.
I guess this is it. I'm chopped. I'm unk.
I'm chopped. I'm unk. Like
I'm washed.
What else do I have to offer the world? And it's like so exciting to just give yourself time.
Yes.
And be like, don't worry.
Yes.
You will know everything you need to know exactly when you need to know it.
Absolutely.
If you don't have the answers yet, you're not supposed to.
Yeah. Yes.
Let yourself just live and exist and grow. That's the other thing. Is like so much of being a creative person, period. But I think about this a lot in terms of like doing this as a career. When I'm producing so much content on a weekly basis, sometimes I have to remind myself that like in order to stay inspired, I actually have to log off and live.
Yeah. That's a very difficult
the only
balance
thing
to find.
you can do
Yeah.
is like in order to stay inspired, you actually like have to go out and have fun with your friends.
Yeah.
Go giggle and not work at all.
Yes.
And like that's kind of one of the awesome parts about being a creative person is like knowing deep within your bones that like part of how you stay creative is by having fun.
By just like freaking chilling out and cracking
It's like
up.
actually you are required to chill out and crack up.
Yeah, that's
and
part
how
of the
awesome that that's a part of the to-do.
Yeah, it's part of
And
the
it
to-do
like
list.
genuinely is, because if you don't do that, there's no way you can remain in touch with your creative self. You actually just have to go out and live your life and let the world inspire you.
Yes.
See what happens.
Yeah. See what happens and take your time.
Totally. Let it take as long as it needs to.
Yes.
Maybe it'll take years. Maybe it'll take a decade. Who knows? But it will come.
It will come.
You will figure out exactly what you need to figure out at the exact time you need to figure it out.
Absolutely.
Just don't put pressure on yourself.
Yeah. I see a lot of that with like young people these days.
Yeah.
Young people these days. Young people these days alert.
We're old.
Because we're old
We're
now.
so old
We're
now.
chopped. We are unk. But like, but that's the thing is like, I see people who are like in their early 20s or like whatever, referring to like 25-year-olds or 26-year-olds as being like chopped, being washed.
Right.
They're done. And I was thinking about this.
Truly was just getting started.
No,
I'm truly
genuinely.
still now just getting started.
Well, I was thinking about this the other day because I was like, why are young people, I don't know, why are young people so afraid of getting older?
I don't get it either.
I've never been afraid of getting older.
Neither have
I've
I.
I've only ever been excited about it because I'm like, it's gotta be better than this.
Totally.
You know, I'm 19 years old having the most
Right.
miserable year of my life. I'm like, God, I can't wait to be fucking 25.
Right. I can't wait to know more.
Right. And that's the thing. I think in some way them, you know, younger people being like, ugh, I'm 25, it's over for me, like my life is done, is a way of honestly feeling like more control over their lives because it's
Yeah.
almost scarier to think that you have decades left.
Right.
You
You just have to wait.
have decades left and right now you know nothing.
Right.
That's pretty scary.
You can't speed through the part where you just have to like live and figure it out.
Right. It feels so much safer to be like, well,
Right.
it's done for me.
Totally.
I'm washed.
It's like, unfortunately, the reality is that it's going to be a slow grinding process to figuring out who you are, what you like, what
Yeah.
your dreams are,
Yeah.
and accepting that it's going to change like a billion times over the course of your life. And that's okay.
And that there's so much of it.
There's literally
You have so much life
there's an
left.
absurd amount for you to indulge in
Yeah.
and be excited by and feel, you know, passionate about.
And that's what is exciting is that like you get to have new dreams.
Yeah.
You get to, you know, achieve something and then feel like you want to achieve something else and then you pursue that thing, or you just get to fucking chill out, which is
Totally.
awesome too.
Oh, so awesome.
That's so sick. I just think, I think that people look at kind of this yawning gap ahead of them of like the years ahead of their in their lives. And it gets really scary to think about it because you graduate from college or whatever and you're like, okay, like what now? And then you're kind of like figuring it out. And maybe you find a job that you kind of fucking hate and like you don't have really any money and you're, you know, living with 5 other roommates and you're just like, God, my life sucks. Like it's always going to be like this. It won't.
Yeah.
It just won't. It will change. Like your life will change by nature of time passing. And yes, part of that is through the choices that you make, and part of that is just like what being alive is.
Yeah.
And it is scary, and it's also really exciting.
So exciting.
And you have control. You have more control than you think.
100%.
You know, you have the ability to make choices in your life, and you have the ability. If you don't like it, you can change it. I've actually just had this conversation with one of my buddies recently who took a job, and they were like, it's not what I really want. I haven't been here that long, but I feel really like I don't like it. I think I need to get out. And I was like, brother, as someone who quit something the moment I don't like it,
Right.
might I advise quitting?
Right.
You owe those people nothing.
Right.
You know, like if you don't like something, obviously there are external circumstances, but if you have the ability to make changes,
Pivot.
you can. You can
It's
pivot.
Awesome.
It's
So
awesome.
awesome.
And it's awesome to also have the feeling as you get older of like, I have the power to make
Yeah.
those choices.
we also like don't have to be like our parents' generation.
Yeah.
Like I see my dad who is 60
Mm-hmm.
and I'll have conversations with him and be like, so like we thinking about retiring soon? Like we're reaching that age.
Right.
This man will work until he dies. He has no intention of ever stopping work.
Yeah.
Truly, I think that it's going to be like he's going to have to be held down by our whole family and like forced to stop working. And like part of it is like he says that he likes it. I don't necessarily believe him.
Maybe it's just familiar.
Yeah, totally. I'm like, I don't know how exciting recruitment is.
Right.
I don't know how exciting being a recruiter
But
is.
hey, maybe it's his passion.
Right,
Maybe
totally.
that's what he loves. Yeah.
Well, he says that's exactly what his passion is. But it's
Listen.
like the idea that like we just have to be in this like cycle of grinding ourselves away.
Right.
And that like work is the passion.
Mhm.
Like straight up, It's not mine.
Yeah.
My passion is giggling and relaxing.
Totally.
I can't wait to giggle and relax for the rest of my life.
I literally love it. Any chance that I get to fucking sit on my couch is so awesome.
It's awesome. I like doing lots of awesome things.
Yeah.
I would never say that like responding to emails is one of my favorite things to do.
No.
Like I like going to spas and laughing with my friends and trying new restaurants and finding new funky clothes.
Yeah.
Like that's the spice of life.
That is so the spice of life. And it's like, again, it feels cliche to say this as someone who's like 29, right? To be like, I've in my wizened years and whatever. But I've often called your 20s the dog years because 1 year feels like 7.
Yeah.
Like in your early 20s, I cannot emphasize how different your life is going to be in your late 20s than your early 20s. Like,
Yeah.
it will feel so different.
I don't even know her.
I don't know. She lives inside me and I love her.
Straight up.
I don't know that girl.
The version of me that existed before I started living alone, I do not know her. Me when I started living alone, that to me feels like when like the journey to my current self really began.
Oh, that's really beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, this is the thing. It's like, yeah, there are just going to be these like markers and moments in your life that you don't even realize that it marks a change.
Yeah.
But then a couple years later, you look back and you're like, whoa, that was the time that really like I kind of stepped into this new phase.
Yeah.
You know, like I think about the person that I was when I was 20 was very different than the person that I was when I was 22 and chose to move to New York. It's kind of sight unseen and be like, hey, I'm going to move here into this city that I don't really know anything about and just kind of see what happens is very different than the person that I am now at 29.
Don't you get like so weird like zooming out like that? And sometimes like even just hearing you say that right now in my head, I go, oh my God, thank God you did that.
No,
because
really.
like if you never made that choice, then you and I never would have met.
We
and
never
wouldn't
would
be
have met.
sitting here having this conversation. And like now you're one of my closest friends and like people I cherish the most in my life. And I'm like, I can't even imagine that there like could have been a timeline where I never met you. That like breaks my heart to think about. It's like you don't realize the like domino effect of all the choices you make.
Yes.
And like where you will end up because of one small choice you made when you're 22.
Yes.
Like beautiful things are coming 8 years down the line and you don't even know.
You don't know how you're setting yourself up, but you are setting yourself up for beautiful things to happen.
Yeah.
Genuinely. I think about that too, where it's just like, yeah, the things that happened for us to meet and become friends.
The stars aligned.
The stars aligned, and it honestly it felt like chaos when it happened, but the entire time you and I were locked in.
Right.
So it's
like there's a lot of things happening around us, but one thing I do know for certain is I'm supposed to know
rocks,
you.
Yeah. like, yeah, this girl, I'm taking her with me. Yeah, it's just like, again, there's, it's like, don't be afraid of getting older. Don't be afraid of aging. It's beautiful. I'm so excited to turn 30. I'm so excited for my 30s. I'm so excited for my 40s and my 50s and my 60s.
Awesome.
I love seeing like older women online.
Do you know who, I think her username's Welcome to Heidi. Do you know her?
I think I do. Yeah.
She is everything to me.
Yes.
She is like, that's the vibe I hope I have when I'm older. Like this image of a woman who is just like, she's fashionable. She's like living very creatively. She doesn't give a single solitary fuck.
Yes.
She's just like living her truth boldly and unapologetically.
Yes.
I love it.
It's amazing.
I often look forward to the little things also. Like no disrespect to old people with this hairstyle, but you know, all old women have like the same
a similar vibe.
Like, bee's nest hairstyle. Yeah. I'm so excited that I don't think that's going to be true for our generation.
Yes, I agree. I think about that all the time too, where I saw a woman the other day on TikTok who was like a little bit older. I think she was like 58 or something. And she just had this really cool vibe about her, like awesome clothes and like awesome vibe, and had this like sick like mullet, like this shag mullet. And I was like, that is so sick. Like I love the idea, to your point, where it's like, this is no disrespect to the older generation, but like I'm really excited that I get to live not like them.
Yeah.
You know,
for sure.
Like I'm really excited that I get to I get to choose so much more than even like my mom got to choose.
There's way more freedom of expression that's just like built into our generation.
Yes.
By default.
Which is just really, it's really fulfilling. And it can be scary, but more often than not, it feels fulfilling.
Even like, so I remember my whole life, and even still, like my mom, she loves fashion, and like she shops at all the same stores that I shop at. One of my favorite things to do is when I come across a shop online that doesn't sell plus sizes, but I think is so cool, I'm like, Michelle,
it's going
get
right
in
to
there.
you.
Or like I'll see things online, my size is sold out. Me and my mom both love Dressed in Lala. I feel like that's become like my new favorite brand is Dressed in Lala, and my mom loves it too. And whenever like my size is out of stock, I'll send the link to her, and I'm like, I think you should get this because it's very
love
cute.
it. Yeah.
And she wears whatever the hell she wants, but she'll often like send me a picture of some outfit she got, and she's like, do you think this is crazy for me to wear at my age? And she's asked me this question a billion times over the course of my life, and I'm always like, Mom, there is not a single item of clothing that you could show me that I would tell you is inappropriate for your age.
Yep.
I think you can wear whatever the hell you want to wear.
Agreed.
I am going to say this for the rest of my life to every person, no matter how old you are, no matter what shape or size your body is, it does not matter to me.
Yep.
Whatever you like to wear, you should wear.
Yes.
Like the creative expression of it all is not something that you age out of.
No.
Where it's like all of a sudden I'm 55 years old. I can't dress creatively anymore. I can't like express myself in this way because I'm old and I have to just like be fucking boring now. Like, no.
Yeah.
I'm going to be sexy as hell.
Yeah.
You guys are going to be fucked up when you see me when I'm 80. You're going to be like covered in all these tattoos. You can't even tell what they look like anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm going to still have purple hair, and I'm going to be wearing crazy outfits. And you're going to just look at me and know that I have lived such a rich life. And that's what I want.
Yep. I agree. Could not agree more. Yeah. I think there's just so much beauty in aging, because that is like, it's what we're here to do. We're here to be alive. Let's enjoy it.
Please.
There are so many other reasons to not enjoy it that we don't have control over.
Totally, yeah.
Let's at least enjoy the things that we do.
Let's enjoy the fun stuff.
Yeah,
guys.
come on.
To be like, I can't do this fun thing anymore because I aged out of it is absurd.
Silly.
I was thinking about this, and this is also crazy. And sometimes I have to turn it around on myself because my siblings will get mad at me for this. But I like... And again, this is because of my hair. The fact that this has been brought up twice in this episode. But like,
it's an important topic.
The idea of like going down a water slide and how like so many adults are like, oh, I'm too old for that. I'm not going to do all that.
A water slide.
A water slide is
too
so
old
much
for fun.
And it's like sometimes I will also be like, I'm not going to do that. But it's because of my hair, not because I don't want to.
I know.
If I had $1 billion to get my hair refreshed every 2 weeks, I would go down every water slide.
It's so true. Like there's just, there's so much joy to be had, and it can feel a lot of the times like there isn't. So it's like we might as well try to carve out those moments when we can.
Yeah.
You know?
Go down the water slide.
Go down the water slide. Wear the funky outfit.
Period. Creativity is everywhere.
Oh, you just have to be willing to see it. Creativity is everywhere for those with eyes to see.
And we've got eyes.
We see. We see all.
I have no choice but to see. Thank you guys so much for listening to today's episode of the pod. Be sure to follow the podcast at Emotionally Online Pod. You can follow me at Maddie Drosbeck.
1 second. Sorry. 1 second. You can follow me at Meg Ruoko.
And we will see you next week for the Pumpcast.
Bye.
Bye.